Okay, here we're going to run through how to prepare a VCPT file for processing. So I'm going to go to my folder with recordings and select one here. If you ever double click, that's just my Dropbox from my other computer. If you ever double click and it doesn't seem to work right away, don't click again. WinEEG just sometimes takes a little bit to load it. So, okay, as usual, you've got your eye blinks. It's probably in a referential montage because you recorded linked ears. So the first thing you're going to want to do is pick the database version 2 and cut out American noise by filtering the notch to 55 to 65 hertz. The next thing that you're going to want to do is just kind of scroll through just like you would for your eyes open and eyes closed. And you just want to kind of get a gauge of what you're looking at. When I run through this, I'm noticing more intense muscle tension in the beginning and then less muscle tension as we went through. Okay, so find an area that's really just kind of eye blinks and EMG. Select a good enough chunk of that to then ICA. Click ICA. Your eye blinks are here. Your lateral eye movement is here. There's potentially some subtle lateral eye movement here. And I'm not going to take anything else out. I want to make sure it didn't cut out too much. The muscle tension is too blended in with other stuff, so I'm going to leave it. Then you want to mark your artifact. And Yuri likes for you to click load from database, okay, so that it really only cuts the amplifier warming up and really dramatic stuff. This record doesn't really seem to have too much dramatic stuff. The way that I mark artifact is the classic J style, where maybe I'll go 2 to 4 here and 30 to 60. So then it catches a little bit more of what I know to be artifact, like it caught that. You can do it, load from databases totally fine, or you can do it a little bit more manually and catch the real artifact. The next thing that you want to do is you want to adjust the trial synchronization. I hit edit and then adjust trial synchronization. Check move all stimuli on, backspace -16. Healthy subjects got 16 milliseconds head start when this was originally done. So you're giving your patient the same thing. Then edit and go to patient card. And then next to your handedness in the note, write comma -16 to note to yourself that you did that. Hit OK. And then hit save so that it's all saved. This is a record that is officially ready for processing. Now, if you want to go above and beyond, you can analyze. If you have the database, you can analyze and compute the ERP. All of the settings are okay. We don't select a button channel because it's already the left button. But if your person accidentally clicked with the right button, there's a way to select this so that you could fix that. Once you compute the ERP, then you're going to have to go to analysis again and compare it to event-related potentials, VCPT. Make sure that you're not comparing it to spectra VCPT. Make sure it's event-related potentials. So I clicked on the subject on the left. I clicked load from database. I found event-related potentials and I clicked VCPT. I hit OK. If you want to see group performance, you can go to analysis groups info and you can see this here. And it'll go ahead and stick it in your report if you want that in your report. You cut out the difference in the fourth channel. To look at the first stimulus, you go 200 to 1200 to see the beginning. Then you look at +1, +2. And for +1, +2, you're looking at the first stimulus, the first animal, and how the person reacted in the visual system. Like this person, for example, had a rebound visual response. That's not normal and opposite of the visual perceptual function we usually expect, according to healthy subjects. So I would flag that and put that in my report. For every other condition that you process, you want to change this to 1300. because you're looking at the second half after the second stimulus. You only want to look at the first stimulus for +1, +2. So then when you're looking at plant, you're also looking at the visual response. Then you can go to AP no-go. 1 is subject, 2 is database. So that's why you always do 1 here, 2 here. If you wanted to see the difference, you could kick on the D here, and that would turn on your blue line. Anything statistically significantly outside of normal ranges will have little chunky stuff here. So let's see if I can find you one so that you can see outside of statistical norms, like here at T4. You can see that there's something outside of statistical norms here. So there's a lot more that I could process through, but this at least helps you prepare your record and know how to click your auditory stimulus here, cut off the difference. And you can always scroll to zoom, but make sure in your report, just for cleanness sake, that you are scaled to the same microvoltage for each one. I hope that helps. All right.